I'm going to name this old, oh my goodness, poop. Old poop. Yeah. And I really think of that. To save the planet, they're talking about taking a lot of scrubland and laying down compost. Well, what do you mean by compost? Well, think of this. If you're in a large city, I see in the neighborhood, even people with very small properties having a lawn service go in there and cut their grass. I said, you don't have an electric motor or anything? Oh, no, I don't have to do that. So what do these people do with all the grass they cut? Because they don't leave it on the ground so it composts. They take it with them. And there's I guess it's a landfill, and they dump it in the landfill, and there's rock quarry or something like that, and they have these great big pipes dropping down all through there, and they get people just dump their grass clippings in there. There's a lot of grass clipping because there's a lot of these places that cut grass. And they're filling this stuff up. And what's the pipes in there for with holes in the sides? That is to catch the methane gas that's being generated in the landfills. And I go to a church that right next to them is a big landfill, and they got these pipes in there. And ever so often, there's a spark generated, and there's a flare-off. And across from one of the junior colleges I went to, same thing. There's a flare-off all the time, burning the methane gas. What happened? You produce CO2. Otherwise, you got methane gas in the atmosphere. And there's a lot of stuff. I always enjoy reading about the people that are the poor people. You mean the people who move next to a chemical plant, which is rather stupid, running next to a thing, or the moving next to the filtration plant who process. There was one at O'Hare International Airport in Illinois, Chicago International Airport, and they don't have one there. They have it further away from the thing, and they built this plant with the processing, and they're having all that stuff. And if the wind is right, yes, it's processing. So what do? People complain. What are they building there? Well, the city bought the property, and they're processing all the poop from the airport. And what do they do with all the dry stuff? They give it to farmers so they can put it on their property. But the problem with human poop, and it's a real problem, is the concentration of everything we eat, folks. Our fish, our meat, our vegetables have the concentration of the chemicals or metals in the ground. And they're finding out the poop contain a lot of heavy metals. How can you remove them? No, it's not practical to remove them. So our poop is being used as fertilizer. Yes, well, it contains a lot of nitrate. I can tell you what it takes. I used to have this stuff and grow little flowers around the property. The flowers grew. Oh, yeah. Of course, I'm not there eating flowers, but I wonder what the bees took. Well, the bees took in the heavy metals, which would turn out to be in the honey. Oh, but we're big poopers in this country. Yeah, we get food from around the world, and we poop. And well, I like the one at the airport there. They got vegetable gardens inside the to understand. They got vegetable gardens inside the airport, which are layer, that they grow up, and they're water. I guess that's the way you're processing poop too. Well, they have to feed it with fertilizer, so it's one thing, and they grow the stuff for using it inside the airport. And you got greenhouses. Sure, they take an old industrial warehouse and they process everything in it. They got fish farms, locally fish farms, inside our and it's all recycled. Yeah, well, they're growing fish. They're locally caught fish. You really want to be able to control your food source, and that's one way to control it. And you got a steady market of fish. The other thing, it's better than taking it out of Lake Michigan. Why? That's a story in itself. Lake Michigan has always been a dumping ground for chemical waste. But that's another story. But let that go back to my pooping. Ever want to know where you poop? Yeah, so where it goes to? Used to go to, and this is one of the nastier things. People would process the thing and dump the waste into the local creeks or local Des Plaines River. Yes, it was a great sewer line. Yes, but they can't do it anymore. EP won't allow it. So the final sludge of the stuff goes out in trucks, or if they dry it, it's still, they sell it in bags of poop. It could also be used as a mixture of human poop and whatever you want else mix it with. And there's little businesses that buy this stuff, mix it into as fertilizer, and make it into a compost, and then spread that on a field. And what they're looking for to grow more food around the country is to find farmers' field that are depleted, you might say, and put the compost plus the poop over the fields. And it does, for a very short, maybe a couple of years, really grow a lot of food. But of course, it's also the concentration of the metals. But hey, what are you going to do with it? I mean, we've really screwed up our planet so much, and it's getting warmer. And this is one way to add water to the soil, you might say. Liquid compost. Uh-oh. My little brother just came in. Meow, meow, meow. Yes. Hey, family. But that's the thing. Hey, at least you know that what you have done for society. Yes, you're still pooping. Yeah. Oh, well, what can I say? I'm going to do something on our waste. And our waste is basically, do you realize how much waste we have? How much waste we generate? Do you realize the computer I have here, this laptop, how much, what do you do with used laptops? Yeah, what do you do with a used laptop?